Hello, my friends. This is Rabbi Aharon Dobinsky coming to you today live from Jerusalem, the holy city of Jerusalem, in the beautiful state of Israel. What a beautiful day today. A beautiful fall day, you should see it. Come, and you will. I have some exciting things to talk to you about today. I don't know if they're exciting, but they are fundamental. If you're one of those people who's been following me for a while, you know I've been talking about if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, there's a cure. Well, today you're going to find out how to get to that cure, how to get to it fast. Now, I don't ever talk to you about getting to anything fast because I know there's a process in getting to everything. No matter what we do, there's a process. And we have to put up with that process. Avraham Avinu knew that. If you look at this week's Parsha, you look at the fact that Avraham Avinu and Sarah and Manu were promised that their children would be as numerous as the stars in the sky, as the dust on the earth, as the sand on the seashore. They were promised they would have all of Canaan, which is now Israel, as their land. Yet, when Sarah and Manu passed on, Avraham didn't even have a place to bury her. He had to buy land at an exorbitant price from one of the goyim there, from Ephron, a Hittite, who disguised the fact that it was he was taking advantage of him by selling him a cave, which is worth almost nothing, because he says, what is 400 silver shekels between men like us? Well, that's how he set the price. 400 silver shekels was a bit exorbitant, but it's okay. Avraham was willing to pay it to put his beloved Sarah to rest. But he still had no land. He was promised it. Now, today, as we look back on it, we can see it's an abundance. Well, it should be even bigger than it is. But we do have the land of Israel. Thank God. Baruch Hashem. This is what we have. This is his legacy. Not given in his life. We are millions. Again, not given in his lifetime, but given. Which goes to show you the promises of Hashem are always kept. Just not necessarily on our timetables. But I'm going to show you how to do better on that and how to get more of that, things happening the way you'd like them to happen. You see, the thing in life is we sit or stand or whatever on a three-legged stool. What's a three-legged stool? A three-legged stool is a stool that has three legs. What are the three legs for us? The three legs are the physical, the spiritual, and the mental. There's overlap sometimes between these areas, but none of them can be discounted. None of them can be pushed aside. They are all important, and they all add to making it so you have a life where you are not sick and tired of being sick and tired, where you do get a life of love, of holiness, a life of fulfillment. How do you do this? Well, let's start with these three and let's talk about them, and you'll understand how to do it. Then the rest is going to be up to you, because at the end of the day, no matter what you know, what's important is what you do with what you know. So let's take a look at the three of these. The physical. What about the physical? Well, you've been given a body, and inside of your body is a soul. Now, the longer enduring part of the two, obviously, as we've discussed before, is your soul. However, we cannot ignore the body. It carries the soul. If we don't take care of it, the soul will go away, and we won't be here anymore. So we need to take care of the body physically. What does that mean? We need to eat properly. We need the right things at the right times in the right quantities. We need to give our bodies some physical exercise. It's very important that we get it out moving around. These are the things that will add to your longevity. And believe me, when you get the kind of a life where you're full of love and fulfillment and the kind of things that you want to have in life, you will want to live a lot longer. There was an old joke used to be, and about somebody said, I hear married people live longer, and the skeptic says, nah, it just seems longer. It's not true. A good, healthy married life is beautiful. My aunt and uncle just passed their 70 years of married life. They're both very young. I'll tell you one of the things that keeps him going every day, and the man is in his 90s. Every day in the morning, he gets up and goes to work. He gets in his car and he drives to work. And he works all day with his son, who's also in the business. And then they go out to lunch. Then he comes back and he may work till late and he may leave early. What the heck? He's been there 70 years. He can take a day off as the owner of the business. He can take a half an afternoon off. But the point is, the life he lives is a physical life. He lives today as he lived 50, 60, 70 years ago, with absolutely no discounting for the fact that he's older. That's how we have to be. We need to look at our lives, and every day has to be a full day, a day that we've lived like we lived yesterday and the days before that. As I've said to you before, if you can go to sleep at night, look at your life today. What did you do today? And you can say, I was better today than I was yesterday. Go to sleep and get a good night's sleep because you did your job. But the physical isn't always the only thing. As a matter of fact, it's never the only thing. We've also got the mental, which is very important. My grandfather, Oliver Shalom, used to always say, when you stop learning, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you start dying. None of us wants to be in that boat. So it's time for us all to do what we're supposed to do. Learn Torah. Take some minutes to learn a little Torah, learn a little Shulchan Aruch, learn a little Gemara, learn a little Midrash. Learn something. Even if you can't get into a book, it's too hard, too difficult. There are many publications that come out in the week. For example, here in Israel, OU puts out a thing called Torah Tidbits. And there are drashim from the different rabbis. Read that. That's part of Torah learning. Why? Because they bring to this everything in their life, all the experiences that they have to try to teach you new points in your life. So you need to make sure that learning is a vital part of everything you do every day. Now, I can expand on all these things, but in 10 minutes, I've only got so much time to expand. And the last is spiritual. You knew I'd get to that sooner or later, right? The spiritual. It's got to be an exceptionally important part of who you are, who we all are. It is who we are. That soul inside is spiritual. It's not physical, and it's not mental. It is spiritual, and it requires that you feed it. You've got to feed it. It's an important thing. There was an old story once a long time ago, and about an Indian chief who took two of his boys out into the wilderness one night and was sitting around the campfire, and he said to the boys, you know, we each of us have two wolves inside of us. We have one that is good and wants good for everybody, and one that is evil and wants evil for everybody, and only one of them survives. And the boys said, well, which is the one that survives? And the wise chief said to them, the one you feed. So we need to feed our soul on a regular basis of spiritual. If you have a problem in your life, well, I hate the word problem. If you have a challenge in your life, I don't care if it's a physical challenge, if it's a spiritual challenge, if it's shalom bayit, if it's parnasa, you name the challenge, I don't care what it is. It falls into this category. You need to start by talking to the one who can help you with that challenge. Don't get me wrong. Davening 3 times a day is a good thing. Tehillim is a good thing. All the many various and sundry things that you do are good things. The most important, number one, talk to the Creator. Talk to your Father in heaven. Talk to the one who put you here and put everything here that is here. Because if he can do that, you tell me what it is he couldn't do. You see? He can do anything. So start by talking to him. And how do you talk to him? First of all, you let him know how much you appreciate everything he does for you every day. And if you start your morning like I do, talking to Hashem about the fact that your eyes work, your ears work, your lungs, your heart works, all the things in your body that do work, you could spend hours just on your body. Not to mention your family, all of their health issues, everything that goes on in your life. These are important. Thank him for everything he gives you. Thank him for the parnasa he gives you. Even if you don't think it's enough, thank him for it anyway. Thank him for what you've got, because you know what? If you aren't grateful for what you have, what are the chances he's going to want to give you more than what you have? Exactly. That's why you have to be grateful. Thank you. And please forgive me, Hashem, for anything I might have done wrong that kept me out of line with what you want me to do. Also very important. Then you say, also I have a challenge. I need your help. And you tell him the challenge and you ask him for the help. And he's going to give you the help, because no matter what it is in the challenge, he's able to help you. I would always end every request like that for because Hashem, because Tati, because my Creator. Only you can help me with this. Let me ask you. You have good days, you have bad days. I have people all the time say, how's your Shabbos? I say, great. How's your Shabbos? They say, great. I said, I don't know about you, but mine was a trick question. What do you mean? Because there's no such thing as a bad Shabbos. They're all good. As a matter of fact, every day is good. As a matter of fact, everything that happens to us is good. It's good. We just may not see it at that moment. That doesn't make it any less good. It just makes it, we can't see why it's good. And we can't see when it's good. But you know what? Bezrat Hashem will live long enough to see what it is that is good about it. Move us along. A guy told me today, and I'll make this very quick because I don't have much time, about his son. His son, you wrote him before Shabbos, says, my car's not working. He said, how could this be good? How could it be good? I know. Millions of ways. Just take a simple example. Maybe you were scheduled to be in an accident next week, and because your car's not working, you won't be in that car, which will not be in that accident. Therefore, was that good? You bet it was good. Your car will work again. You'll get it working again. Everything will work the way it's supposed to work. Everything in your life works the way it's supposed to work. I want you all to think about that very carefully this week. Remember, in the area of the physical, in the area of the spiritual, in the area of the mental, every day before you go to sleep, ask yourself, did I do something to improve each of these areas? And if you answer yes, well, you go to sleep and you have a good night's sleep because you did your job. It's a process. Keep the process moving forward. Be well, my friends. Have a great week ahead. Shavua Tov, and God bless you all. Hope to see you next week. Again, for those of you who are interested, we are coming to America in January. We will be so far in Florida and in Texas. If there's any way you'd like us to be in your area, just let me know. My email is newlife, NEWLIFE, 181818 at AOL.com. Be well, my friends. All the best. God bless. Bye-bye.